Hello everyone, it's Captain Masami here, and welcome to my first ever Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 build video. Yeah! So, I did say on stream before that I'm going to be making some, showcasing my gun style builds for level 140 female Saiyans, and obviously you saw the thumbnail, which is why you clicked on the video, let's be honest. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So, before I begin, I want to get over some disclaimers that's going to, some disclaimers about this build before you decide to do it yourselves. First and foremost, disclaimer number one, these builds were intended for a level 140 female Saiyan in mind when I made them. Although, you can put them on any CAC realistically, okay? Disclaimer number two is that part of these builds require you to have a 6-star QQ bang with at least 5 points in max ki and max stamina. I'll get into that momentarily. Disclaimer number three is that my builds are anti-balanced. Now, I know a lot of people in the Xenoverse community try to do balanced out builds and like try to put their stats everywhere, but I think this is bad for CACs in general, or especially Saiyan CACs, is because you're limiting how much damage you can do when you do a balanced out build. So these gun style builds are anti-balanced. Just keep that in mind. You're going for, these builds are focused entirely on attacking, okay? So I'm doing purist attack builds and hybrid attack builds. So keep that in mind. Next and final disclaimer. If for any reason you need to readjust your points because you don't like how my builds are set up, you're free to change your points into whatever you see fit. Alright? So you don't have to copy and paste the builds I'm showing you. You can adjust them however you see fit. Now, to start the video, I'm going to show you the purist gun style builds, and then I'm going to show you the hybrid gun style builds. I'm going to explain each function behind them. So without further ado, let's do this. Okay, starting off with gun build number one, we have the purist basic attack build. This build focuses entirely on basic attack damage while combining some other damage attacks like ki blast and strike skills. So again, you're using this build entirely for utilizing basic attacks. And a benefit with this build is that while using basic attacks, you get your ki back the fastest, allowing you to, use follow-up skills for your strikes and ki blast supers. Okay, now to explain the attribute builds, we'll start off with max health. I have 0 in max health because I'm confident enough in managing my HP. I would only recommend you put points in the HP if you find yourself dying a lot. Okay? Next up is max ki, and you'll find that a lot of these, my max ki and max stamina, a lot of the builds I'm showing you are going to be similar. 92 points into max ki will give me 10 bars of ki, allowing me to use everything from Kamehameha to Power Rush. Now the reason I'm calling these the gun style builds, because like I said earlier, these builds were intended for female Saiyans in mind. Female Saiyans are like firing guns. You need ki. Ki represents your ammo, and you need ki to fire your gun. Okay? So 92 points for max ki gives me 10 bars of ki, and this allows you to follow up with plenty of combo skills and use whatever you want in your moveset. Next up is max stamina. 63 points gives me 10 bars of max stamina. I think this is a very fair amount of stamina to have for any female Saiyan level 140. It's not too much and not too little, and stamina is responsible for keeping you out of danger. Okay, so 10 bars stamina, but if you feel you could do less, if you feel like you can manage with less stamina, by all means, adjust the points however you see fit. Next is 200 in basic attacks, which again, basic attack purist build, that's the whole point of this build, is you want to maximize the basic attack you're doing. And the rest of the remaining points, 57 to strike supers and 55 in the ki blast supers, that was just the remaining points I had left over, and that's also to combine, again, strike skills and ki blast supers at the end of my basic attack combos. So adjust these however you see fit. But remember, the whole point of this build is, the basic attack purist build is focused on utilizing basic attack damage. Now, with each gun build, I'm going to explain which transformations I recommend you use for these builds if you're playing as a female Saiyan. Or if you're using a male Saiyan too, because again, you can use this on any CACs, but again, I did say I intended these for female CACs originally. Now, the following transformations I recommend for these for the basic attack Purist build is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Blue Evolution, Beast, and Ultra Instinct. Now, Super Saiyan God, you may already know this boosts your normal attacks, aka the basic attacks, so you're getting extra damage when you use this form. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue Evolve will boost your damage to all attacks, including your basic attacks, so may as well use it. With Beast, you have a special combo that you can utilize that does basic attack damage, and it also boosts all your damage skills as well, so you can use that. And Ultra Instinct, there's a counterattack gimmick that comes with that does basic attack damage, so if you're going to be doing a basic attack Pyrrhus, you may as well slap this on. And anyways, that's gun build number 1, basic attack Pyrrhus. So if you like this build, well, there it is. Feel free to pause the video to screenshot and copy the build if you like, or make adjustments however you see fit. Moving on to gun build number 2. Moving on to gun build number 2, we have Strike Purist. Which again, the whole purpose of this build is maximizing your strike damage and utilizing all strike skills in the game. So again, similar to gun build number 1, you know, it's completely reversed and we're just focusing on strike attacks. So again, as usual, we have 92 into max ki, which is 10 bars of max ki. 60 points will give us 10 bars of stamina. And we have 200 in strike skills, because we want to maximize our strike damage. Now, I had 111 points left over with this build, and I just decided to dump them in the basic attacks. You're free to use this 111 points, leftover points, and whatever else you see fit. But again, the whole point of this build is focusing on utilizing your strike damage, if you want to be a strike purist. Now, the transformations I recommend for this build are going to be Super Saiyan 1 to 3, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, Blue Evolved, and Beast, as all these transformations I just gave you will boost your strike damage. And that'll be gun build number 2. Moving on to gun build number 3. Moving on to gun build number 3, we have Ki Blast Purist. And the point of this build is to focus entirely on damaging your opponent with Ki Blast skills. Now, this one's slightly different from my previous 2 builds. And this will probably be the most different one out of all the builds, to tell you the truth, because of the max ki and max stamina. The numbers are different, and I have my reasons for that. So, again, 0 in HP, because I already told you guys I can manage my HP pretty well. But I have 134 points in the max ki, which gives me 11 bars of ki. This allows me to fire more machine gun ammo. I gave my ki blast, so I utilize more of my ki blast super attack power. Okay, so this 134 points gives you 11 bars of max ki. 98 points. This gave me, one moment, chat. 98 points gave me exactly, what was it, 11 bars of ki? 11 bars of max stamina. I know I should already have these memorized, but sometimes I have to look back to, because these are like slightly different from other builds. Okay, 98 points gives me 11 bars of max stamina. Okay, so that gives me 11 bars of max stamina. If you feel like you can do less stamina with a female Saiyan, by all means, adjust the build if you see fit, but this is for me. 0 in basic attack, 0 in strike, because that's not the point of this build. And 200 in Ki Blast supers, because like I said, the whole point of this build, the function over it is damaging your opponent with Ki Blast skills. Now, I do have 130, not 100, but I have 35 points left over. I may just dump them on HP, to tell you the truth. I just didn't have anything I really want to spend them on. But that is however much points you'll have left after if you plan on copying and pasting this exact build. Moving on to the transformations. The transformations I recommend for this build are Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, Blue Evolved, and Beast, as all these transformations will buff your Ki Blast skills. Okay? Now we've just finished covering the Purist attack builds. We're moving on to the hybrid style attack builds. So moving on to gun build number 4. Moving on to gun build number 4, we have the basic attack / strike hybrid build. So from this point on, we're going over hybrid builds. Now, this is for the female Saiyan that likes to be a brawler type. I recommend you be good at close quarters combat if you're going to go for this build. And just so you guys know, this is the main Masami build that you see me do PvP with. So, Typical gun style build, 0 in HP, 10 bars of max key, 10 bars of stamina, and this time we're dividing our points in basic and strikes. So 126 in basic attacks to give me some good basic attack power, and 186 in strike damage. You know, because that's where most of my attack power is going to be coming from compared to basic attacks with a female Saiyan. So there you go. That's your hybrid build for basic attack and strikes. Now your transformation you're going to be using for this one is Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Blue Evolved, Beast, and Ultra Instinct. These transformations will be good for your basic attack and strike hybrid build. Moving on to gun build number 5. Moving on to gun build number 5, and guys, I need to make a quick announcement about this. I apologize. This build is quite not yet completed because my character that has this basic attack / key blast hybrid build I'm about to show you is not level 140. She's actually level 120. So just bearing with me, I'll tell you the points and what you want to put in this build, but it's literally just a copy and paste from the previous build of strike and basic attack hybrid. Okay, so bear with me. Again, copy and paste, 0 in HP, 10 bars in max key, 10 bars of stamina. For basic attack, it's going to be 126 in basic attacks, because the whole point of this build is to utilize basic attacks with Ki Blast, and you're going to have 186 in Ki Blast supers. Again, literally just a copy and paste of the previous build, and the function behind this one is you're combining your basic attacks with your Ki Blasts. Okay? So, you guys get the idea by now. And your transformations you're going to be used for this one are Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Blue Evolution, and Beast, as all these transformations will help you with your Ki Blast damage, alright? So, same function, just the build's not finished yet, but I did give you the numbers. Again, 126 in basic attacks and 186 in Ki Blast supers. Nothing really serious, but moving on to gun build number 6. Last but not least, gun build number 6. And this is the final gun style build for level 140 female Saiyans. And this one is focused on strike and Ki Blast hybrid build. And obviously the function behind this one is you're going to be using strike and Ki Blast for your damage. And with that in mind, well, let's get to the build. Again, 0 in max health, 10 bars of Ki, 10 bars of stamina. And you're going to have 126 in strike and 126 in Ki Blast supers. Now, I had 60 points remaining, and I decided to just dump them in basic attacks because I have this on a female Earthling. But you could put those last 60 points into whatever you want, preferably the strike or Ki Blast. It's your build, do whatever you want. Now, the transformations you're going to be using for this one are Super Saiyan 3, Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Blue Evolved, and Beast, as all these transformations will help you with your strike and Ki Blast damage. And that will be the final gun build of the video. That'll do it for the gun style builds. So I gave you guys 6 gun style builds you can work with, Paris and hybrid builds, and I hope this will help you better with using female Saiyans, especially if you plan on getting to level 140. Now, the level cap is going to increase in the future. I believe next update is going to be level 160, so I will have to update this build. I may have to update this build for the max Ki and max stamina attributes, because as you level up, you'll get higher max Ki and max stamina, and obviously damage and HP. So be on the lookout for a future update video when we get to level 160 or whatever the level cap is going to be, okay? Until then, if you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and consider subscribing, as I might upload more build style videos if I get requests to do so. And also, if you have any questions on the functions over each build, or maybe need some advice on what moves you can pack with those presets, leave a comment down below, and I'll reply trying to help you out, because I do want people to realize that female Saiyans are potentially really good, especially at level 140. I mean, I'm a female Saiyan main, absolutely love them over every other CAC in the game. But that'll do it for you guys. I'll see you later, and take care. Bye.